Welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys. And after 2 long, agonising international football weeks, I am delighted to announce that club football is very nearly back upon us. It's so close now, you could almost reach out and touch it, because this Saturday, back at the Camp Nou, Barcelona return to action, and it's not just any game. We are not here just talking about a one-off game. This is the Catalan derby, and it's coming right up with everything you need to know. Let's get back into it. This Saturday, Espanyol will travel just 5 miles across the city as football finally returns to action at the Camp Nou, with kickoff coming to us at 4:15 local time on Saturday afternoon. The early kickoff slot there in the afternoon. I'm absolutely thrilled. So happy to see Barcelona return, and I'm sure absolutely every single one of you are with me on that one. We can't wait to see Barca back. You guys have been predicting in your numbers as always, and you are predicting a big win at the Camp Nou on Saturday. Half of you going for a win by 3 goals against Espanyol, but a quarter of you as well very confident. 4+ goals, laying it on the line, ready to go again. Let's do this. Elsewhere in La Liga this weekend, Atletico Madrid face a very tricky away trip. That really could be a tough one once again. They're going to be playing high-flying Alaves, who are currently 5th in La Liga right now. Very solid at home, difficult to break down. That could be a tough one there for Atletico Madrid. Whereas Zinedine Zidane's Real Madrid return continues at the Santiago Bernabeu. They're going to be playing relegation-threatened Huesca. That's going to be coming on Sunday. Real Madrid, of course, currently in 3rd place. When you look at the La Liga table, you can see it very clear there. It is certainly fantastic reading for Barcelona fans. We're 10 points clear right now of Atletico Madrid. We're 12 points clear of Real Madrid. And look there, just 10 games to go. That's all that's left now of La Liga. Every single game is massive. With just a small amount of time to go, you pick up 3 points here, you pick up 3 points there. That is one massive step, game by game, towards retaining our La Liga title, and we'll be hoping to do exactly the same in the Catalan derby tomorrow afternoon. But on to our city neighbours, Espanyol, who, let's face it, there's Girona and Espanyol, who we share a city with in Barcelona, and Espanyol are certainly the guys that we don't really like. And let's face it, whether in good form or woefully under par, them coming to our stadium, they're never going to take this game lightly. They're never going to come here and let us walk all over them. They're not going to do that. You know what they're going to do. You know exactly the way they're going to set up in this kind of game. They're going to be incredibly motivated. They're going to be highly strung. We're probably going to see a few late challenges, a few bad tackles from Espanyol. This is arguably the biggest game of their season. The 2 games against Barcelona, they really get themselves up for. They really want to cause an upset. They want to do that more than anything else. But what we have to do here is what we do every time we play Espanyol. Stand up, take it all on the chin, hit them off, and slam the door firmly shut in their face. That's what we have to do. Stand up to Espanyol and beat them. Because quite frankly, we should be doing so. Espanyol are heading into the weekend in 13th place in La Liga, languishing really in the mid-table slots. And while you could say they're only 9 points away from 6th place in La Liga, which would secure them European football next season, you could also say on the flip side of that, they are also only 9 points away from slipping there into the relegation zone. So it's certainly a bit of a mixed season so far for Espanyol, and when you look at their season as a whole, it's certainly that away form that has contributed to them having a pretty mediocre time in La Liga throughout the campaign so far. They actually have, when you look at the stats here, the joint worst away record in the entire league. They have just as bad an away record as Huesca do, who are bottom of the league. They picked up just 9 points all season long on the road, and they've registered just 1 solitary win, that coming against Huesca themselves, and that was way back in October. Espanyol haven't won away in the league since way back in October. I mean, certainly, when you look at the facts here, Espanyol should be no trouble to us, but obviously, like I said, they're going to try and raise their game. They are going to be motivated, but we have to make sure here we're back up for this. We've got to be up for the fight, and especially after the international break, when you get back on it here, when you get back into the flow of things, you've got to make sure that straight away you're back on your game, you're back in the mode to go out there and try and win football matches. Because you look at our form before the international break, 6 straight wins in all competitions. We were absolutely outstanding in terms of our performances and in terms of the results. We were on fire. Now it's important, now we're back, now the break has happened, get back into that same mode, get back into the groove. You've got to try and play like that again, simply because you look at our Champions League first leg match against Manchester United, that's just 4 games away. We have to now put in practice some good form, build ourselves up for that game, get ready for that, get back into the rhythm, and it all starts right here against our fierce City rivals. And again, on paper, when you look at it, you look at the head-to-head meetings here, and our confidence genuinely should be through the roof when it comes to facing Espanyol at our home stadium, the Camp Nou. Because right there, at the Camp Nou, in this Catalan derby, Espanyol don't get near us. They simply have no chance against us when they come to the Camp Nou. In fact, the last time they actually avoided defeat, the last time they escaped the Camp Nou without losing the game, that was way back in 2009. It has been an entire decade of hurt there for Espanyol de Cornellà, and even since that rare win for them back in 2009, since that time, it's been 11 straight victories for Barcelona on derby day at the Camp Nou, and it's perfectly safe to say, when the first ball is kicked, when the fans are expectant, we'll be hoping and expecting to make it 12 out of 12. And as he always does this afternoon, Ernesto Valverde did face a number of questions ahead of this game against Espanyol, and the majority of them were all based around Messi's fitness, about Luis Suarez, and also about the recovery of Ousmane Dembele. And I just want to bring you here what Valverde said about Lionel Messi, because he was asked, of course, is he ready for this game? Is he fully fit? Is he going to play tomorrow against Espanyol? And Valverde said the following. He said, Messi, we think that he will be 100% for this game. But he did say there that we think. He wasn't 100% sure. He said that basically Messi has had this pain now for several months. He said since before Christmas, Messi had this kind of discomfort, so we have to manage it. He said the team is taking very good care of him. They're trying to improve him so that he can play in as many games as he possibly can. He's better than he was a few days ago, but of course, we will still be very, very careful with him tomorrow. So on that there, I would have a bit of concern, certainly right now, over Messi. With the Champions League in mind, we're well clear in the league. We've got to be very, very reserved and very careful with when we use Messi, because clearly he does have an issue, he does have an ongoing problem that he's had now for several months. He's been managing that, but we cannot overwork him. With regard to Suarez, Valverde basically confirmed that he'd received the medical green light. He was okay to go. He still had a little bit of pain, but you know Suarez, he's going to play through that. It is nothing major. It's not really an ongoing problem like Lionel Messi's is. And with regard to Dembele, Valverde said basically Dembele right now is doing very well. We're confident, of course, of his return. He said, I don't exactly know when Dembele is going to be back and ready to play. Maybe 1 week, maybe 2. But he said we will not rush him. We do not want him to relapse again with this injury. So Valverde caution there with Dembele. But Messi and Suarez are included to face Espanyol tomorrow. Because here is the official squad list, and Ter Stegen, Semedo, Piqué, Rakitic, Sergio Busquets, Coutinho, Arthur, Suarez, Messi, Malcolm, Longley, Alba, Kevin Prince Boateng, Roberto, Alenya, Arturo Vidal, Umtiti, and Iñaki Peña all make the squad there to face Espanyol tomorrow. Messi and Suarez, like I say, included there. Injured, Rafinha, Jasper Cillessen has a bit of a hip injury, so he's going to miss this game, and Ousmane Dembele. And left out there for technical reasons, Thomas Vermaelen, Jason Murillo, and Jean-Claire Todibo ahead of tomorrow's game against Espanyol. But now on to what I think we should see tomorrow. Because this, if I was Ernesto Valverde, is what I would be doing tomorrow at the Camp Nou. Ter Stegen in goal, no doubt about that. Alba there at left back with Sergio Roberto at right back. Those two continuing there in the full back areas. We've been very, very consistent with those two at the helm in our past few games. Longley and Gerard Piqué exactly the same there at centre-back. Those two as a partnership have been phenomenal. Samuel Umtiti will try and work his way back in. He's going to get minutes. We've got midweek games right throughout April, so Umtiti will get his chance. But here, I'd start with Longley and I'd start with Gerard Piqué. Busquets in the midfield alongside Arthur and Ivan Rakitic there as a trio that have been so successful right throughout the season so far. But here in the front three is when it gets interesting. I'll play Coutinho from the left in place of Ousmane Dembele. Suarez should be fit enough there to start down the middle and lead our line. Obviously as well, we're not exactly blessed with striker replacements, and on the right hand side, instead of Messi, I've gone with Malcolm. He deserves a start in this game, no shadow of a doubt, and I personally wouldn't risk Messi in the starting lineup here. I would ease him back in. He didn't play that second friendly with Argentina. Clearly right now, he is not 100% right. We cannot take any risks. We're clear in the league. Espanyol at home here shouldn't be a tremendous threat, and for that reason, I'd start with Coutinho, Suarez, and Malcolm there to lead the line and should still lead us to victory. Which only leaves now my score prediction for this coming derby game. And even without Messi, if he doesn't start this game, I would still certainly fancy our chances of winning it. And I'm going to go here with Barcelona 3, Espanyol 0. I'm going for yet again another comfortable derby day victory. We've got a real stranglehold right now over Espanyol at the Camp Nou. I'm going 3-0. Let me know your thoughts and your predictions in the comments down below. I will see you tomorrow, guys, for the big game game itself. But until then, as always, Visca El Barça.
Barça, Barça.